Hey everybody, it's Dave here, Holiday for Two, and I am just going to unbox some of the stuff I got to build my dash cam. And let me explain a little bit why I got all these things. And some of you may have seen a video that I did a little while back on Colorado danger. And a summer or two ago, my wife and I took a trip up into Colorado, and it was just fortunate that she was recording as we were going through the canyon on the $1 Million Highway, the Red Mountain Highway. We came up to the bend in the road, and it was a beautiful sheer canyon up ahead of us, and she just turned her camera on, and right about the time she turned her camera on, here comes a huge semi-truck around the corner. And if you've seen the video, you'll know her reaction. And my reaction was to just slow down and pull over to the right as far as I could, because it was a sheer cliff on the other side, and just stop. And then I just kind of closed my eyes and gritted my teeth and waited for the inevitable. And all I heard was like this scraping sound as he scraped the back end of the motorhome. And I wasn't even sure what happened to the Jeep at this point. And he didn't stop. I mean, he just kept going. And there was traffic behind him, traffic behind us. Here we were right on a curve. I pulled up ahead, and my phone, there was no phone signal, and I opened my door, but the cars kept going. And so I decided, I'll heck with it, just go down the highway until I can find a spot to pull over. About a half a mile down the road, I finally found a spot to pull off to the right. Got out and wasn't sure what I was going to see, and was amazed that the Jeep was unhurt. The Jeep came through unscathed, but the side of the motorhome had from about your shoulder height down, you could just see where he scraped the back end of the motorhome off. And luckily my wife was videotaping it, so we could still drive the motorhome. We could still continue on the trip. There was no physical damage other than the scraping off of the side panel of the back end of the motorhome. There was no black tank damage, no electrical damage. I mean, the motorhome was still perfectly drivable. So we continued on our trip. So anyway, from that experience, I decided one of these days I was going to get a camera and put it in the motorhome. And finally I've made that decision now to do that, because we're going to do more traveling, and I want to be sure to be ready not only to videotape what we're seeing out the front end, but also as a way to have evidence in case something like that ever happens again. It's good to have a dash camera. And so I bought a couple things to set this up. So the first thing I realized I needed was a cigarette lighter adapter. So I bought a multi-outlet cigarette lighter 12-volt adapter. I will put links in the description below of all these items on Amazon, so if you decided you want to buy some of these things, you can. This was really reasonable. I think there was like under $20 for this. And so this is a Yantu 12-volt adapter. Let's see what we got here. A little user manual. And you've got your little double-coated tissue tape, so you can actually put it down somewhere if you want to mount it on your dashboard. That could be handy. And then this is all wrapped up here in plastic. This goes into your 12-volt outlet on your dashboard, and then this has 3 outlets, so you can plug in 3 different things. Maximum wattage is 100, but I'm not going to push that. The reason I need this is because we only have 1 outlet on one side and 1 outlet on the other. And on one of those outlets I plug in my phone charger and my Google Maps that I have running all the time, and on the other outlet I plug in the brake sensor for the Jeep. When we put the brake Patriot in the Jeep, it has a 12-volt adapter that plugs in so you can monitor the brake status. So I need another outlet, and so I figured this would be good. I could run one of the dash cams into this along with the brake sensor. So that'll be good. Looks like it's got some USB ports too. So this will be handy. Figure out a place to put that. And our next thing was a Cox Pal. I got 2 different dash cams. This is the Cox Pal dual dash cam. Supports 256 gigabytes maximum, model A9D. And both of these cams, both of these dash cams run about 140, 135, 140. I think the Red Tiger actually had a coupon that knocked a 10% off of that. So let's see what's in the Cox Pal here. I love trying to get these things open sometimes. It's like, there we go. So you got your user manual. Cox Pal user manual A9D. And all the information I'll need to read up on that so I can put that together. Put that in the box right there. So here's your Cox Pal dash cam. Looks like you got some cords to go with it, and I'm gonna say this is probably a mount. Let me open this up here. Yeah, that looks like a mount that you can put up on the glass with a 3M mount. Now, some people like these. I've been reading about some people say, oh, they like these because you can mount them permanently, and some people like the suction cup mounts. So I don't know, I'm going to think about that. My problem I have with suction cup mounts is they fall off. If you ever had that problem, you know what I'm talking about. But we'll see. It looks like there's an extra adhesive tape here for you too. So that's the mounts. And then you got some cables here coming in another little box. Got looks like a 12-volt cigarette lighter, a 12-volt adapter for the 12-volt. And then you've got an USB cord. Ooh, nice. I like this. This is a long USB cord. Yeah. Yeah, baby. I don't know how long this is. I'm going to say this is probably about 6 feet long. Hopefully it's about that long. So you can run this, and look at that. It's got a little angled adapter there. So it's a C-type. So this is a C adapter, angled, so if it's up on by the mirror, you can easily get it into the camera. Nice. And then this runs down into your 12-volt. And then here's the camera. Let's pull this out. Wow, they really got everything tucked away here. Let's see. It is a puzzle on getting this thing out of here. There it comes. It was like one of those jigsaw puzzles or something, but it is in there very nice and tight and protected, so that's good. Okay, so there's your dash. When you have this mounted up on the window, this magnetic seal just kind of locks it in. Oh, that's nice. Probably something like that. Does this swivel? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to figure out the best angle to have that and then lock it in. So it looks like you got a, this is probably the, oh, interesting. Okay, this side will be facing you in the driver's seat, and then you've got your controls over here. Everything's protected and got tape on it so it doesn't get scratched up. You got your drivers. This is the camera that faces you in the cab, so you can take videos of yourself in the cab, and then you've got the other camera that takes the videos of the road view. And I'm curious, I think this has 170 degree, here it is. Front camera has 140 degree field of vision. The inside camera has 140 degree field of vision, so that's pretty cool. 2 gigabytes of RAM. It'll take up to 256 gigabyte class 10 memory card, SDHC micro SD card. So I'll need to get a card for this because it doesn't have a card. So that's another thing I'll probably have to get, unless I missed it in here somewhere. I'm not sure what this is for. Probably to get in and take your card out. A little like a shoehorn thing. Keep all this together. But we'll figure that out. There's a little place there where that's where the C adapter goes into. So once you get it plugged in. There's where the memory card goes in on the side. So as this is mounted, you'll have your memory card there. But I think this has Wi-Fi, so you can actually get an app to download the videos off of this into your phone. Cool. Put that aside. Let's take a look at the Red Tiger. Red Tiger. I don't know why they call it Red Tiger, but it's just kind of a cool name, huh? And it's another puzzle. Oh, here we go. Getting these things out. This is like when you get one of your my iPads or my computer laptops. It's like getting everything out of there can be a pain sometimes. But it's kind of fun to see what you got in here. So, something there. Oh, wow, that is smaller than I was expecting. You look at the videos and you look at the pictures on Amazon or the other sites that have these, and it looks so much bigger. Wow. Nice and protected in that box. I'll keep that over there so I can put it all in there and keep it safe. So you got your Red Tiger camera, and right away I noticed this one does not have a rear facing camera. Oh, I guess I thought it did, but it is kind of small, which is nice. Let's see what kind of mount it's got. I'm gonna put this in the box for a minute. So you got your front view lens right here. 4K, Wi-Fi, GPS. Nice. Put that in there and keep it safe. Now it looks like I got a bunch of stuff here in this little box. Ah, another 3M mount. So, I'm gonna have some decisions to make. I'm gonna have to figure a way out to mount these just so I can play around with them and try them out. Because I don't see any suction cup mounts. That's the only nice thing about a suction cup mount, is that you can try them out and see if you like them, move them around. Some of the cameras I looked at did have the suction cup mounts, so I'm going to think about that. This is the mount for the Cox Pal. Let me put that in there with the Cox Pal, keep that separate. Now you got your mount here. This goes on the front window in the vehicle. Then you've got your swivel mount here, so your camera plugs into that. I'm going to guess it probably goes like this. And then this baby just slides on there like that. And then you can adjust your camera. See how that is. So let me kind of go through everything that I've got here so far. I've got my Red Tiger dash cam. It's F7N. I've got my little manual that came in the box with it. Got all my instruction, all my reading matter right there. Alright, so that's the Red Tiger Ultra HD driving recorder. This was about $135, $140 with a 10% discount on Amazon. I'll show you the link in the description when I get these on. When I actually do the video and put it together, I'll put the link in the description for you so you can take a look on Amazon for that. And it's a nice small little camera, but there's one little thing I'm not sure about right now. I haven't, without even using it right now, let me kind of go through this. This is your front camera, so you're going to mount this up in your windshield. You've got a window mount right here with red 3M tape. So first you want to mount this up in your windshield, and I really would have preferred a suction cup mount, but there's no suction cup mount. Because maybe I won't like it and I might want to move it around and try it in different spots, so I'm kind of thinking about that. It does slide in, slides in now. It's the only thing I noticed right away. It's kind of cool, but kind of I gotta think about this, one of those things. It's got a camera here that you can mount on the dashboard or anywhere you want, and it also plugs in the other camera mount right here. There's a cord. So you have this cord goes in here, and this is for your camera that will face you if you're the driver. Now the bad part about that is you're going to have more cables to deal with, right? I don't know about that. I'm going to think about that. It's a possibility. It might be nice, kind of cool. It's 1080p. So that's your other camera, and then you've got your power adapter for the Red Tiger. This is the important one because you're going to want the power. These don't run on batteries. None of these run on batteries, by the way. I had to see, that was something I wasn't sure about when I was looking at these. These are all powered by your 12-volt adapter. That's why I got a 3-way adapter, so I could run my brake system plus one of the dash cams, and then have an extra one my wife can plug her iPhone in or something, charge it up. So that's the Yantu. I'll have links in the description for all these things so that you can look them up and see if you want to get one of these. Both of these cameras, the Cox Pal and the Red Tiger, both $135, $140, $140, $135. The Red Tiger did have a 10% discount. This one I kind of like. I haven't even plugged it in and tried it yet, but I do like it right away, and that's because the camera that is the passenger facing camera and the forward facing camera are all in one unit, so you don't have any extra wires to mess with. You just have to mount it. There's your front windshield mount with the red tape. So you mount this up in the windshield, lock it in there, and so you've got your controls back here. You've got your place to plug in the USB-C cord, and it's got a long USB-C cord with an angled plug, so you don't have that sticking up out of there. So, and all your controls are right in the front. It's a little screen. So this one right away, I can see that I might like this one better, but you know, again, I'm going to try them out and see which ones have the better picture and stuff. And hey, if I don't like one, if I like one more than the other, the one that I like the best is the one that's going in the motorhome. The one I like the least is going to go in the Jeep. And we'll just have to see about that. So obviously, by looking over these, it's going to take a little time to plug them in, and so I have to make a couple decisions right away. Where do I want to put them? And how am I going to do this? So this is I got to think about this, because I don't want to mount them and decide I don't want that one in there, and then have to deal with taking off the 3M tape. You know what I mean? Because this stuff, once you put this stuff down, once you stick these puppies down, they don't move. It's like boom. Suction cups are nice, because then you can kind of pull them off and try different spots to see what spot you like the best. I do have a suction cup mount for my GoPro, and but the thing about the GoPro that I wasn't happy about, you can't, these you can run 6-7 hours, right? So if you're taking a long trip somewhere and you're driving down the road, just like the 18-wheelers do, you know, they plug these in and they run them all the time. They just keep them running on a loop. So some of them, if you have a big enough card, it'll go on a 6, 7, 8 hour loop. So some of these have a G sensor, which is kind of nice, because if somebody rocks your vehicle, they will actually start recording for a few seconds, for maybe like a minute or so. I have to check the book on that, but the user manual. But some of these will record some footage after something moves your vehicle, which is nice. So there you go. We've got the 12-volt adapter, Yantu 3-way. That's kind of handy to have anyway, because you never have enough 12-volt plugs, right? All right. So part of the reason why I'm getting these is because, well, the incident we had a year and a half or 2 years ago, where we got sideswiped by the semi on the Red Mountain Highway. We've had a couple other close calls in the motorhome where you're driving down the road, and I swear, people, when you're driving a motorhome, people just have no idea you're a big vehicle. They just cut right in front of you, and then all of a sudden stop or change lanes right in front of you, and you're trying to put your brakes on. Traffic's going around. It's just crazy sometimes. Never had an accident that way, but there's always that one time, and I just want to be prepared. Plus, it's kind of cool to just get some video footage of the really awesome places that you go to, and show what it's like to drive in on something. Like when we were in Blue Ridge, up in the Blue Ridge area, it would have been nice to have some footage of the forest road that we were on, and then be able to upload that put it in a video. All right, guys, so hope you enjoyed that unboxing there, and then I hope you enjoy seeing me squirm here, because I'm gonna have to work putting these things in. Ugh. But it's fun. That's what it's all about, right? I like these little techie things and figuring out where to put things. One of these days I'll do a video on my tire sensors that I put on my tire sensor unit, so I could get tire pressure sensors for all my tires. That's another thing that's really handy. I'll do a video on that separately. All right, you guys have a great day. Safe travels. Be careful out there. It's a crazy place sometimes.